Bueno, ¿dónde pensáis que estoy hoy? Esto no es ningún país ni ninguna zona del tercer o cuarto mundo. Estamos en una comunidad anarquista, en la ciudad de Copenhague. Sí, en Dinamarca hay una comunidad anarquista en Dinamarca llamada Christiania. Y hoy os voy a contar su historia. Acompañadme. En 1979, un grupo de ocupantes ilegales, artistas y activistas tomaron esta parte del barrio, que era un complejo militar abandonado en la zona de Christiania. Por eso, de Christiania se pasó a la ciudad libre de Christiania. Christiania es un barrio autogestionado, llámalo anarquista, llámalo comunista, en el que abarca unas 850 o 1000 hectáreas en el corazón de Copenhague, una ciudad cosmopolita en el primer mundo en Escandinavia. Because they told me that this is like an anarchic community,
yeah,
but it seems like it's also very good, like managed. It's very well managed.
For sure. The thing I know about community is the communication here is very good. Talk about decisions that are being made as a community, which is probably one of the areas that we like with the more unique, if that makes sense, because normally it's like a mayor, but we don't have a mayor. We have a lot of different areas in Christiania, like 14 different areas that are represented by a few people. So you have the meetings on like these different areas, then you have a bigger meeting for like a selected few of the area, like maybe 7, 8, 9 and 10 live close and they have like a communal meeting. And then you, if it's bigger things, you take it and you take it further and you talk with the representative of like the 4 different areas. So there's a lot of talking, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's good because a community, it can be anarchic, it can be the more bigger communities that we have in these countries. But it looks like it's well managed because I saw lots of points to throw out your trash and everything.
Yeah.
Y la verdad que es bastante único porque en 1979 se convirtieron en independientes, digamos, independientes del gobierno regional, aunque el gobierno siempre intenta meter presión o meter control sobre este barrio, y han habido problemas. Here the police don't come, don't they?
They do come. They do come. Back in the day, like start of 2000s and even before, it's very difficult for them to come here because they weren't allowed. They weren't welcomed either.
Yeah.
Like it was a bunch of people from the street and stuff that didn't want them there, so they were almost chased out. If that makes sense. Now it's not like that. The streets are closed, the police are here. We're more normalized, if that makes sense. And the individuals don't really have that much against the police because we're not doing anything illegal. So you'll see them around wandering, but it's definitely not a preferred place of them to come.
¿Cómo no? El deporte rey lo absorbe todo. Cualquier barrio, cualquier ciudad, hasta en un barrio autogestionado, una comunidad anarquista, también hay fútbol y también hay clubes de fútbol. Aquí se viene la chicha. El Christiania Sports Club es un club de fútbol fundado oficialmente en 1982. Militan actualmente en la 5ª división de Dinamarca, el tercer nivel amateur más alto, y son un club completamente único. Están representando al barrio autogestionado de Christiania y tienen una cultura canábica, ya que sus valores son el hip hop de los 90, la vida gangster o la vida de calle.
I think the football club represents Christiania in a great way because football is very normalized. Like everybody plays football. We get to play against other places in Copenhagen and introduce them to Christiania as well, and how we do things and like the values we have. I'd say more general, it's probably values like yeah, like values that go back to the hippie thing, like freedom, communication. Nobody is raised above everyone. You're welcome. Doesn't matter where you are, where you're from, how you look like.
Y además defienden la legalización del cannabis. Grandes celebridades como Snoop Dogg, Lil Wayne, raperos que defienden también la legalización del cannabis, se han hecho fotos con la camiseta y defienden los valores del club y les mola el club.
Cool thing about all the celebrities and all the cool people.
Very good exposure.
And we don't pay anyone anything to wear our stuff. We don't know stylists. We don't know any like that. These are all people that have come here and thought the place was cool, or thought the values or the culture is something they wanted to represent and was something else. It's very easy to come to Denmark and buy a Denmark shirt and wear it, but Christiania is something unique, and I'd say that's probably why it has a good market for individuals like Snoop and Lil Wayne.
You have like very dope designs.
Yeah.
Because via communication,
you
can spread the word. If you have a good
For sure.
communication, you can spread your word closer and closer. And for me, this is very fire, and I'm going to buy one.
For sure. We're very lucky. We work with Hummel, which is it's like the Danish Adidas in a sense. And I know the national team, like a lot of other teams, also have it. We have, there's quite a few details in and around like the logo. We tried to make the home shirt as home as possible by implementing all the different elements we have here, like that. There's a Christiania bike, for example, that's known around here. There's a bridge, like, architecture-wise. That's the flag, exactly. Main entrance. Team bus. We have a bus for the football club, which is pretty dope.
What's the budget of the club? You know?
Yeah, it's amateur, so we're not allowed to pay anyone anything. I know Hummel helps us every year with a set amount of money that allows us to comfortably move around Copenhagen together. And like the training gear, everything is, for amateur club, it's very high level. Because of the uniqueness though. It's because it works both ways. Hummel gets a lot out of working with us because we can showcase him to there's a lot of tourists coming in and out. And we get like real quality shit that can compete with any other football shirt in the world.
It is. I see joint the club.
Yeah, join the club and and then you have you never smoke alone. You know, like they share the culture, you know.
They share the culture.
Exactly.
They could.
And the football club has also been quite heavily influenced by like the 90s rap hip hop era because of the players that joined the club while they were working in the streets of Christiania. Like the street life, the gangster life, whatever, was real here as it was real there. So the music and the influence is very, like, it's from there. Like LA, New York.
Pretty cool.
It's very unique, that's for sure. In my opinion, it's the dopest club. Like, you're not gonna, and I think we're doing a great job of keeping it authentic. Like, it's easy to feel like a sellout. That's why I pretty much share every day. I'm trying to make a big point out of keeping it like real, in the sense that I don't want to oversell something or undersell. Like, this is an amateur club, but it's a unique amateur club that you cannot find nowhere else. And we stand on it. Like, I truly, honestly, in my heart, feel like this is something that you don't see every day.
Pues ya lo ha dicho Emil, el Christiania Sports Club es un club que no hay ninguno como él en el mundo. Simplemente gente del barrio que se expresa a través del fútbol. Si queréis que os traiga más historias como esta, pues ya sabéis, os podéis suscribir, le dais a la campanita, lo compartís con vuestros amigos, comentáis a qué club podría ir a visitar y yo os leo siempre, doy corazoncito y lo tendré en cuenta para los siguientes vídeos. Así que nos vemos, chavales, en el próximo.